Hello.
Our honey. So, you have only one honey, I have many.
I have many.
Yes, and many are one. Many are one. You see that the highest teachings of this Eastern wisdom, you can say that it is in the what? It is in the Upanishad. Let us take what we are studying. It is in the Yoga Sutra. So then, how to approach? We are Americans. We can approach from anywhere. But that doesn't work. In this journey, that does not work. So normally what we say that highest teaching, say for example, it is in Yoga Sutra. Clear? Now, but we have to understand the basic terms and definition. So we have couple of texts to understand the basic terms and definition. A simple example, I'm studying chemistry, but the advanced chemistry. Covalent bonding, electrovalent bonding. Sam might be aware if you are the student of the science. But if I do not understand the element, I cannot understand the highest principle. So now see that what we are doing here, but I pick up, I add something here and there to make you understand. So there are texts which gives you the basic terms and definitions. That is the beginning of a journey. Then from those terms and definition, we have to study another text that gives you lot of concepts and analogies. That is how we understand even IT, computer, any branch of knowledge. Any branch of knowledge. Then we come to the third group of the text, which gives us a system, an organized method, what to practice, how to practice, where we are heading to, so everything becomes clear. Then what happens? Still the intellect remains full of doubt. No, I'm running. Kate just sent me, no, I cannot do the session. I'm just giving. So we know, we teachers of the Eastern wisdom, we know where you are heading to, where your mind is. So we need not to say anything to you. So then there are fifth group of the text where we understand the logic, the very thinking, how the mind is thinking and how the mind should think. You see, that is what the knowledge. That is what, the entire IT industry is based on binary numbers. Sam knows it. Yes, So we should understand. We should have a logical understanding. Right? Then comes Yoga Sutra. What it is trying to teach. Are you getting it? Then we understand, this is what yoga is trying to teach us. So now we skipped everything. And we say, okay, let us start. Study. We have studied how many hours? 100 hours, 200 hours, 500 hours. So, you have been breathing for 20, 30, 40 years. Just give a break for about a week. What a big deal. Randy, give a break. So this is, that mindset must change. When that mindset changes, you are there. You are there. So otherwise what happens? No basic terms, definition, concepts, analogies, logic. from where the practice has come. We don't know. We do the practice. We experience the change. But the mind inside keeps all those crazy stuff. So it returns to the same attitude. Do you see that? So when it returns to the same attitude, what that attitude says, oh, I will do it tomorrow. Do you see, I will breathe tomorrow? We don't say it. Why? It threatens my security. Right? And what I'm searching. I want to get rid of my all insecurities. This is what the journey. Now I'm becoming a little bit serious. We have been doing it for about a year. So I pick up those simple principles. Understand why I am running, why I am lazy, why I fight, why I am angry, why. Thanks to Jerry and David, so at least they are taking care. So at least I need not to ask you anything from you. Even if you give, that is okay. You don't give, that is okay. You see the security, the insecurity. So once what we are searching in this world, I want to get rid of all my insecurities. I find my security in money, but money doesn't give me. I find my security in honey, it doesn't give me. Can you tell me you have 100% belief? If you have, then you don't have any differences. That is the journey. Once we follow this journey, so let us pick up. So the third sutra about existence, about God, this master says, So esha purvesham api guru kalena anvachedat. Such a beautiful. Simple translation is that God is not limited by the time, and He is the teacher of all the teachers in the past. This is the message Patanjali is giving. Now, you see that? Did I tell you that if you know the basic terms and definitions, then you know the concepts, So 5 or 6 or 7 texts you have studied, and then you understand. I speak of this sutra formula. You say, I know it. Ask Sam, what is cybersecurity? He will immediately tell you because he knows those basics. How simple it is. Same thing. So what it is saying, Sa purvesham kalapi. So now we have to understand this. So what I do, I mix up everything. We don't talk about heaven and hell. Even if we have to go to hell or heaven, we have to die. We do not know whether we go there or not. It's a promise in the future. We don't talk about it. No. We does not talk about promise that is not understood. That is the beauty of the Eastern wisdom. If it is not understood, it is a promise in the future. Any teacher of the Eastern wisdom gives you a hope and a promise in the future. Leslie, drop him. Find another teacher. I want to understand. Honey also gives us promise. No, I'm not. So, the understanding, what is that understanding? It is knowledge that removes wrong notion. clears mind, brings conviction in the intellect. That is why Patanjali explained the typical attitude. That typical attitude, I should have a typical attitude. What is that typical attitude? Of a seeker. That we covered in 5 sutras. I think everyone knows it. In the 5, how to become a seeker. Now you miss that. I know, I understand. I have a right attitude. But I am busy today, so I cannot attend. So you have a right attitude. We understand all those things. That's how I have undergone. That's how I have been mentored. And that's how my master told me. You are committed? Crazy guy. Why didn't you come today? But we have an American attitude. We cannot say, how the hell you crazy teacher? So you see, there is a conflict. So how to resolve that conflict? Then we say it is a pragmatic journey. It is not an idealist journey. It is not a dream. What is pragmatic journey? It is realistic. We are subjected to insecurities and searching securities. But we cannot find any security in the world outside. Am I 100% clear? Just think, I am 100% clear that I do not find any security. Then what I will do? Now I have to understand the Eastern wisdom and I'm committed to the practice. I am a seeker. This is the burning question of my life that I have looked everything in the world, in the sexual pleasure, in the wealth, in the relationship, that there is no security there. Now my mind is ready. Is your mind ready? That we need to ask. So when you are asked, then you are a seeker. Do you see that? That seeker and Eastern wisdom expects what they expect, what I expect, that you should understand these principles with a clarity. Why to understand? That gives the knowledge in the mind. So what happens when the knowledge that goes into the mind? You change your attitude. Attitude towards what? Your attitude of working, of living your life. Do you see that? Attitude, my attitude changes. So when I say I wake up at 4, not for you, just that has become an attitude. That has become an attitude. Why it has become an attitude? I find a permanent security there. No more running. So what is this journey? This journey is upgrading and updating your life. You upgrade your life from moment to moment. That is the journey of meditation. So what happens after upgrading? You realize permanent security is there, so happiness is there within me. I was unnecessarily searching peace and happiness from others. So what should I do? Should I now go to heaven or wait for going to the heaven or hell? No. Now my life means I should express that peace and happiness. So my attitude of living in the world is to express peace and happiness. Love and wisdom. See that? Is that awakening? Yes. We don't leave anything in the world. We continue to live in the same way. But everything has changed. Everything has changed in my life. So I don't see anyone as an object of pleasure. I see it as an object for expression of the same reality that I have found. That is what meditation is. So, what expectation must meet knowledge? This is the journey. This is what we are studying. But if I am not a seeker, then this expectation will never meet. Huh? So what now this master says, this self, this real self is not limited by time. He, that existence, that God is not limited by time that we have understood in the previous session. So I have been telling you that then it's mastered. Yoga, this Patanjali says, he is the ultimate teacher. Who? That existence. Who is that existence? That God. So where it lives? Deep inside my heart. Oh, then it is living deep inside me. Why the hell I learn from you, beard guy? Let me leave the session when it is already there within me. So because we do not know. So we should have a teacher for you to know. That is what we have, a driver teacher. We have a teacher in the university, in the schools for a different learning. When it comes to the yoga teaching, I don't want to make any teacher. So because those things are not clear. Now see, my teacher, just for the sake, for understanding, for the sake of understanding, I am your teacher. For the sake of understanding. I don't feel that I am your teacher. You all are my teachers. Anyhow. So just for the sake of, then who is my teacher? So I have my teacher. Who is my teacher's teacher? So who is the ultimate teacher? The ultimate teacher is the knowledge. Knowledge cannot be changed. No, you cannot have alternative facts. Knowledge is knowledge. You understand that? So now see that where that knowledge lives, is that knowledge my real self? Master says real self is of the nature of knowledge and consciousness. So the ultimate teacher is the real self living in symbolically deep inside my heart. And what is meditation? Is the discovery of that real self. No, I am stressed. For God's sake, for the sake of the real self within you, stop saying this from today. Leslie, stop saying this today that I'm stressed. No, I have a lot of problems. So the ultimate teacher is deeper inside. Now go little deeper. So Master, now take up the sutras. What is the sutra? So esha purvesham api guru kalein avan anav chedat. 26th sutra. So he says, Ishwar, the God, is one. And he is even the teacher of all the great masters in the past. Means he is one. He is timeless. He is beyond the name and the form. He is pure consciousness. Am I conscious? Am I conscious? That's why you are listening. Without consciousness, you are not listening. So that consciousness is present here and now. So I have to find out what is that ultimate living, pulsating here. Understand it by a simple example. Brandy just introduced her honey. Yeah, take this example. So Brandy said, she is my honey. Pay attention. My honey is not me. Right? Means, here is my honey and I am not my honey. Right? Clear? Now use the same logic. Now you see that? I'm using the different teachings from the different books. Now comes the understanding through the logic. So I say this is my body. Right? First I say this is my body, then I am the body. That is the biggest problem. We identify. That causes the attachment, that causes the ego, that is looking for insecurity, that is experiencing the pain and suffering. Fill in the blanks. This is my donkey. Do I say I am? This is my body. I say it, I am the body. This is my dog. I am, fill in the blanks. Do you fill in the blanks? Do you say, I am the dog, I am the donkey? So this mind has become I. That is what the ego is. And when you have an ego, you are limited by time, you are limited by shape, you are limited by event. You are gone. You suffer. Then you are running and living in insecurity. So the Master says, that God is existence which is dwelling in you, it is of the nature of consciousness, is the teachers of all. You know, many teachers in our tradition, they listen to this sutra first time, and now I'm the teacher, I'm the guru of the world. That is ego. That is ego. Are you understanding that? So the Master says, unlimited, unchanged, not broken. That unbroken witness consciousness beyond the time and beyond the space is God. That God does not live in the heaven or the hell. Yoga does not promise heaven or hell. It says here and now. Are you ready? Are you a seeker? And if you are a seeker, you are there. The journey then becomes a joy of conscious living. Think of this again and again. I am the body. From where it has come, first I see this is my body. I am the body. Ego starts its journey. When the ego starts, it limits you in time and the space. Then the ego says, where is the security? Keep running on more and more. You earn less, you have insecurity. You earn more, there is still an insecurity. That's why you don't tell me how much money you have in your bank account. No, I'm just joking. That is why you don't. See that? So the Master is talking about that permanent security where it lies within me. It is different from sleeper, waker, dreamer, body, mind, intellect, ego. That is the search of meditation. So when I am committed, journey is here. Let us start our practice of meditation. Eyes are closed. Eyes are Eyes are closed. You are looking at the body. Same body. See, no problem of saying it is my body. No problem at all. Then you say it is my phone and you have kept your phone aside on a mute during the practice of meditation. So my friend, mute your this my body also. If you don't mute, then that ego comes, I'm the body. So you don't say I'm the body, but you know I have a lot of pain in the body. That is why I was not able to succeed in meditation. So I know where you are. I need not to think even. I need not to examine. So you are aware of the body, you feel the body. It is my body, but it is not me. That is why the mind is looking inside the heart or the head in the space. Why? I'm searching. I'm in the mode of search. You have Google search. You find millions of hits. But in this search, you only find one and only one. That is the beauty of this journey. So, looking at the neck joint. So again, we reconfirm that this I with the body is not there. That is why we are doing being comfortable. Not because of the body. And as long as you claim that, I'm doing it for making the body comfortable, you are missing the point. The more you learn, I will reveal those things. So looking at the neck joint, being there, feeling, sensation, comfortable, and steadiness. Moving the mind on the shoulder joints, you are there where? Consciously you are there. Then you have an experience of sensation, being comfortable, and steadiness. And after that, again the mind jumps into the space. Why? Searching within. I have been searching outside, in people, in objects, in wealth, in things. That I will continue to do it. But I'll stop searching for my security outside. That is the masses. Masses is not that I should go to the Himalayas, leave everything. Move the mind on the hip joint, be there. Feel. Be there, feel. Sensation, comfortable and steadiness. And the mind is looking within. So in that state, keep looking inside so you realize, you become aware of lot of thoughts are coming and going. I told you, Google search, you search a single word and you have millions of hits. Our search is only one. So when I have a search of my real nature, What should I do with the rest of the thoughts and feeling? Let me watch. Let me not identify with it. What it means practically, pragmatically. Thoughts are coming and going, let it come and go, because thought only comes pertaining to the object in the world. And I am not searching anything in the world. So that means I am carefree. You see that? When you have a clarity of knowledge, you have an understanding, the practice deepens. And now look at the breath. The breath is going. Make the breath little deeper, deep, silent and slow. See that? Now, when the breath is rhythmic, how you know it? By understanding, not by force. And I warned you that you should not breathe so deep, mind finds anxious. You should not breathe such a short breath. The mind says, no, I'm sleeping. It is in between. Who finds it? Who knows it? You. How can I enter into you and take care of that? So in that state, as you inhale, move the mind inside the right arm from the shoulder to the fingertips, where in the space inside, singing, mentally, singing and listening. And when you exhale, move the mind from the fingers to the shoulder. In the same way. So there are 4 points of awareness. Moving breath. Mind is moving with the breath. Where? In the highway, 3rd point. What is highway? Is the space. And what it is doing? Singing and listening mentally. What? Om. To whom you are listening? To your singing. Means what? The mind is totally absorbed inside. Now move the mind and the breath inside the left arm. Same way. 4-point awareness, breath, driver. No, breath is the car. Mind is the driver. Highway, where you are moving the car? On the highway. What is that highway? The space inside. And you are going with Om. You will understand in the next session why I have added Om. Now inside the right leg, you have understood. Beautiful. Please continue. inside the left leg. And now inside the spine, from the crown of the head to the tailbone. As you inhale, mind is singing, moving inside the spine. You simply visualize, become aware or feel it, whatever it is. Whatever the way you feel and understand, continue. And now leave this breath, remain as you are. So we will continue with that mantra. So mantra means it destroys the mind. So what is the meaning of the destruction of the mind? Then we are open to the unlimited, unconditional consciousness inside. So 3 times, first line, you are singing and listening mentally with me. Sarvesham swastir bhavatu. Now 3 times you will say with me. Sarvesham swastir bhavatu. Sarvesham swastir bhavatu. Sarvesham swastir bhavatu. We see, I have always stressed understanding, knowledge. So what is the knowledge about this mantra? It says, may there be well-being for all. Well-being for all. With that meaning, you are singing and listening in your mind. Sarvesham swastir bhavatu. 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 Now the 3rd time we repeat it with the applied knowledge. What exactly? When I say, may there be a well-being for all. When? At all the time. Where? Everywhere. So what is that? How it is possible? It can only be possible when there is a pure consciousness. So we are asking the mind to go there. Sarvesham swastirvhavatu. 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 Now the second line of the mantra, it is Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. Mind is looking inside. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. Body is totally mute. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. So now we will repeat by knowing the meaning. What is the meaning? Meaning is it is peace. And then comes the understanding that we will take up later. So let's Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. 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 So what is that understanding? Understanding is that peace is my essential nature. Our masters gave only 1,000 reasons for it. And one reason, in deep sleep you do nothing. You are not the body, you are not the mind, hence you are in total peace. That is what we are doing consciously. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. Keep looking inside, moving inside with every mantra. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. 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 Third line. Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. Purnam. Let us sing and listen to it. Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. Meaning completeness. Just when the mind understands what exactly it is, completeness, all the worries drops. Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. 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 Everyone in this cosmos is complete in itself. Only problem, they do not know it. They do not know, they don't have an ego. So there is no problem. We say, oh, my car is broken. Does the car say, I am broke, take care of me, I am suffering, I have a pain? From where that comes? From the ego. See only one difference. Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. 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 Fourth line. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. What is the meaning of Mangalam? Auspiciousness. What is the auspiciousness? It is a moment-to-moment living. Now you will understand what it means by living in a moment. Otherwise, we just intellectually say, I'm living in a moment. Then why you have a big face? So, where peace, well-being and completeness merges. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. 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 Living from a moment to moment? How you live? Without consciousness can you live? And that consciousness manifests as a past, present, future. It manifests the body, it manifests the waking, sleeping, dreams, everything. It is its own manifestation. But I am that. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. 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 Oh, I'm in that auspiciousness now. I understand, I recognize, I am living into that. And there we continue our journey mentally. Om. While saying mentally Om and listening, your mind continues to move deep inside the heart. Om is symbolic of real self. And first Shanti to that crazy mind which has still to know that I am my real self. That is what the causal body is. Second is mind. All those thoughts you superimpose on the thoughts if any thought comes. Shanti. Third is body in the word. Continue. Mentally. Shanti. 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 You take it lightly. Oh, mind? You still have to know who the hell I am? Oh, it is because of the ignorance. Okay, calm down. Shanti to the mind. I am not the body. Be very clear. So I am not the word. Body and the word. I am Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. My friends. As usual, we do nothing. Why we do nothing in the end of meditation? So we, with that understanding, with that awareness, vigilant mind, you need not to do anything. You have done enough. So the knowledge reveals. So if we live into that state of doing nothing means what? No mind. Simple. Mind is not doing anything. But whatever is happening, you are aware. No mind does not mean that, we become dead, unconscious. You become lively, more alive. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your mind to the right hand, your mind to the left hand. Lift your both the palms, place it on your eyes. Open the eyes inside. Bring the hands down. This is my body. I am not the body. This is my, what we say donkey here in S. Fill in the blanks. I am not. How are you, Lara?
It was interesting. It wasn't as deep of a meditation today. I was more like in the, I guess it would call the surface mind.
Good.
And I had a lot of thought kind of coming and going, and then I got in like for a second and I got really quiet, and then I like popped back out. So it was just interesting. I was able to sit and just keep my eyes closed and stay with breathing and realizing the thoughts are just going to come and go right now.
Beautiful. How are you, my friend Leslie? No problem. It is not you. Try this. In the meantime, I will talk to my friend Terry, the oldest friend. How are you, Terry? Fine? Good. I like this. Wonderful. How are you, Stephen?
I'm good. I'm really good. I enjoyed the lesson. And I think it led me to a meditation that existed symbolically from me descending a staircase.
Beautiful.
So I just felt I kept going down, which made deeper into my meditation. I experienced a feeling of contentment, a feeling of happiness, and just swirling energy throughout the meditation, through my heart, the limbs during the vinyasa, my head area. It was thoroughly enjoyable. The final step of my meditation was this darkness and just being in a deep place of quietness.
Beautiful. You are responsible for that. You have continued the journey consistently without break. That is how you know that you are a seeker. It is not that I should label you that you are a seeker. Who the hell I am? It's your life. Oh, we should understand. How are you, Leslie? Yes, Leslie seems to be ready. I could...
Okay. So one of the realizations that I had before the meditation was that I have knowledge. When you're talking about knowledge, I have knowledge out the yin yang. but it's not in my heart. It's not anchored. And I think that that's one of my biggest challenges with being a seeker, with all of it, because I've got it here, but I don't have it here to ground me in the storms.
That's a good realization. But then you also should learn how to become a seeker. So we have, I will continue talking about that in future sessions. So once I'm a seeker, I know where I have to go, how. That's a step ahead in the journey. How are you, Sangeeta?
सर बहुत ज़्यादा पीसफुल था और सर ऐसे लग रहा था जैसे मैं अपने घर पहुंच रही हूँ.
Very good. She says that as if I have reached my home. That is the real home. I changed my home at least 7 times. This is the 8th time where I'm sitting. But I find security in that outside home. That is the problem. That is understanding, Leslie. Yin yang is secondary. This is day-to-day life. That is understanding. We'll talk. How are you, Sam?
I'm really good. I was trying to apply the lesson of not being identified with the body.
Good.
So sometimes when I focus on that, my head starts falling in different directions during the meditation. And sometimes I have to catch myself, but I was focused on my consciousness catching my body, not my body catching my body. So I kept that separate.
Good.
I kept it all separate, and it was, again, no thoughts, very content, very quick, but was focused on the conscious catching the body, not them being the same thing. So,
beautiful. That's a beautiful. And your consistency, your commitment to yourself is bringing the result. I'm a catalyst, I'm a real estate agent, like an agent, When we explain the real estate, this is such a good house. So I was searching for a house in New Jersey. I said, then why don't you buy it? If it is such a good house. I wanted to buy it. I just cracked a joke. So it is you who are responsible. That I'm 100% sure. Terry came to my New Jersey house. Yes, how are you, Christina?
I'm doing well. I've had a lot of time to practice this week, so I was really excited for today. And I was but I think maybe my eagerness got me out of it further in the meditation. And then I kind of was sitting there with my body like, oh, darn it, I was so excited for this. But before that, I did get to a point of, I felt like my throat, I feel like it connected to another time of when you had talked about well-being during the meditation, and my throat felt like it opened, and that made me feel, it was like all of a sudden I was in my peaceful place, and it was beautiful. Like, I loved it. And then I think I got too excited and then got out of that like 5 minutes later. I don't know.
That is the way. Lara, see, there is a new Christina now. We met a couple of weeks before and now. Your consistency, your commitment to yourself pays you. How are you, two honeys? Brandy.
Hi, Girish. I every time I practice it just unfolds a little bit more, so I believe you and I say that the commitment is fruitful, because it's getting, I wouldn't say easier, just
That's a good point of understanding, that every time I understand little deeper, clearer, I go a little deeper. Yeah, that's a good point to say. And how are you, my honey?
Girish, much for letting me sit in and everyone in this class. I found the practice really peaceful, and at one point I was definitely transported, even though I was trying to stay in my body, but I was taken back to the Vipassana retreat I did in Thailand some years ago with the chanting. So thank you so much. It was really beautiful.
Thank you so much for attending. Any question? Wonderful. Any question you have?
I don't have any questions at the moment.
No question. So you see that is how the journey takes place. You see the commitment of Terry. Terry has not one challenge, has many challenges. So where the challenges are, it is in the world outside. It is not in me. And if you are committed to that journey, the lie, you'd find your real self. I'm happy to see Christina is smiling today much more than anyone. That's a good point. All the stuff I don't want to name, everything is gone. Why should I say it? Now, when you look at the psychiatrist, they are constantly, every time they dig down, with due respect, because, I belong to the same profession also for many, many years in India. So, and even, what is psychotherapist? It is a talk therapy. This is also the same. We don't say it. Why we don't say it? They will sue us. They will sue us. So it is very important that you are listening to the talk, understanding, and then you do the practice. So I'm not, because perhaps I don't have an email of Christina and Leslie, Lara. So if
I'll send it.
Yeah. So I'm sending to you so that you can send to do the practice. And Stephen talked to David and Jerry, so they have to go through these 2 lessons. They have missed out this week. That is all. Thank you very much. We'll meet on Monday.
Girish, if anybody wants to join us on Sunday, if you want to send me an email, we do from 7 a.m. until about 10:30 p.m. I'm sorry, not 10:30 p.m., 10:30 a.m. There's 2 different sessions. We're studying the sutras and the Bhagavad Gita. So if anyone's interested,
Bhagavad Gita is very practical.
Or invite you.
And that was Sutra 6 today that you said, Girish? 6?
26.
26. 120. Okay, thank you. I'm glad I asked. All right, thank you.
Thank you. Terry, I will send you the invite, 7 to 10. So you can also join.
Thank you, Girish. Grateful to be here.
Thank you.